Hey, what's good everybody, it's your girlfriend Vanilla here, and today I'm going to be playing on an indoor world in Geoguessr. So, let's see how I'm doing. Without further ado, let's jump right into the video. Okay, we are playing on moving as well because I feel like we might get some coverage that maybe is like less common if it's indoor. I think it's all official though. Okay, so I'm seeing Arabic, I'm seeing English, some amount of English. It says security reception. Initially, what am I leaning towards, like Pakistan ever? I don't know what the color plates are in Pakistan, but we're gonna keep clicking around. Okay, this is interesting. Some sort of like, maybe not a library, but some sort of room where books are being held. Okay, I guess we'll go in here and see if anything on the wall. This is the news and stuff. Okay. Government, oh, I think that says Lahore, right? I'm pretty sure that says Lahore, which is here in Pakistan. So, can I figure out what place we're in? Government, public library. It's technically a 5K-able, I guess, but I don't know with indoor locations, like how exact it is from like what the users have uploaded. So I'll just plonk it in the middle of Lahore. Alright, perfect. We got 4.980, so only 20 points off of perfect. We were in Lahore in Pakistan. Okay, we're in some sort of museum or art gallery, I think. I think what I'm going to look for first is like a language on the wall. Maybe an outlet if there's no languages available. Like what sign or what language is the exit sign, or like, you know, the fire sign in, if that is something we can see. But if not, we'll resort to the outlets and basically just see, is it one that I recognize or not? Okay, I'm gonna look at this little fire extinguisher. It says fire extinguisher. Okay, so that does feel like English. But this elevator is undone. So I was gonna say if we could look at the brand of the elevator, maybe I would have a chance of like figuring out what it is. We're gonna go up the stairs and see if there's any signage up here. Okay, so this is definitely a new floor. Let's look at this plaque on the wall. Okay, mirroring man. Okay, so this entire thing is in English, and it says something about Nigerian art on there, so I guess it's possible we're in Nigeria, but we're gonna try to look for maybe like the name of the museum. I'll go around the exhibits, maybe one more floor. Well, let's look at the outlet actually, because maybe I can roll out like the US or Canada or something. Is that a no? Yeah, that's not a US outlet. The outlet in the US is like two lines and then like the gumdrop shape. I'll put a picture of what a US outlet looks like. So leaning towards not US. I mean, a lot of the art, I think it says it is Nigerian, but that doesn't mean we're in Nigeria. I don't know what the outlets look like there. But English speaking does align. So can I see anything outside? Let me out. Nope, just kind of a bright courtyard. Let's just go in like Lagos and we'll see where we are. Okay, we got 4.8, so we were in Nigeria, just a little bit further east in or near. I think it's just like outer Lagos, so I don't think it was a bad score at all. 4.8. Okay. And some sort of, ooh, art on the wall. I was gonna say maybe like exhibit, but maybe it's a museum. It says Venus, which like, what does this say? Ooh, multiple languages here. I want to say maybe it feels like Dutch or like Flemish or something at first, but I think I need to see a sign like more clearly like up front because it was kind of from an angle, so a little bit hard to tell. Okay, Amsterdam. Cool, cool, cool. Okay, so we know we're in Amsterdam, which is in the Netherlands, and it says Koninklijk Paleis Amsterdam. So potentially something where we can get the right building, even if it's not the exact right 5K, because it might be difficult to find like the exhibit exactly. Palace Amsterdam. Is that going to show up very easily? Okay, so these things are here, but they kind of disappear when I zoom in, which... Okay, this is Palace Amsterdam, so we're somewhere in here. Let's go back to start. We're in one of like the rows, but if we go more towards the center, it's like the center room. So are we somewhere like over here or somewhere over here? We gotta figure out. So go back to the start. To our south is like the center room. So I think it makes sense if we're on this side, right? But we could be on this corner too. There's also a little room to the west. So south, never eat, shredded wheat. Yeah, I think it's this 5K, but it could be 4.998, I think. Or if we're over here, maybe a little bit less, but we'll see. Okay, cool. We got an indoor world 5K. Woohoo! So proof that I don't need to touch grass to get a 5K. Okay, we're in. Ooh, that's Portuguese. I was gonna say Brazilian, but don't know if it is yet. Ooh, let's look at the sodas. Not any brands I recognize, but it makes sense because I've never been to Brazil and I've never been to Portugal, so I don't really know what brands are common there. Ooh, let's look at the menu and see if there's anything we want off the menu. Cafe, sure, I'll take like a mocha or something, a cappuccino. Water, yeah, I love water, okay. Sandwiches, a little bit more blurry. Can I get a closer look? This is not the point of the video. I'm just, ooh. I think this is pão de queijo. I'll put a picture of what that is up on the screen, but I've heard of that. I think they might have a version at Trader Joe's, which I don't think that's super authentic, but I'm pretty sure that's where I first have learned of it. Cafeteria, functional. Okay, I need to get a better angle of that sign if I can, because I think it has like the name of the place / university on the front of it, but we might not be able to get outside, which is womp womp, so sad. Okay, now we're behind the counter. Okay. I'm leaning towards Brazil, maybe. I mean, it could be Portugal or like a different place too, but I mean, I think just like likelihood more it's Brazil, no? I would like to at least hopefully get the country before I submit a guess, if we can, but if not, we'll probably get a horrible score, but that'll be okay, because it is a no stress vid. Okay, I don't think I'm getting anywhere. Let's just go Brazil. Let's commit, sure, we'll go like, let's go Rio. Okay, it was Brazil, so right country. I thought Sao Paulo for a second, but I mean, like, it's hard to think, like, what city is correct when I don't see any specific, like, reference to the city. And also, I wasn't even sure of a country. I think 4K is fine. I mean, even in, like, a regular duel, like, 4K would be pretty good. So, happy with that. Okay, we are indoors somewhere. That is a statue that is supposed to resemble the Statue of Liberty, but obviously not the real one because... I mean, A, this one's gray, and also it's like tens of feet smaller. Some sort of car, okay, plane. Wait, is this in the Natural History Museum? Or one of the, what, is it in DC? Question mark? Like, I don't know if you guys have seen like the Night at the Museum like series, but one of them, I feel like I remember like the planes in like some sort of museum. And like, I'm pretty sure Amelia Earhart is played by like Amy Adams or something like that. I don't know. That was initially what I'm thinking about. I need to find like a language probably to help me the most. Cool. Okay, not working. That's like the only lead I have so far, but it's not a great one. So, a chair, cool. Ooh, let's look at this. Okay, so, ooh. I mean, that's not in English. Varioplan usage. Charge maxi 2 personnes. Okay, 2 personnes. Okay, so we're feeling a little bit French, but because it's like a museum or something of some sort, there could be multiple languages, but I mean, I don't see another like sign. So I'm wondering if it just is somewhere French speaking. Let's try to move one more time. Okay, not working over there. Ooh. Attention, maximum 15% sur la passerelle. Okay, so that's just full in French. I think we just gotta plonk it in Paris, right? Perfect. We were actually at the Musée des Arts et Métiers. We got 4.996, so I will take that for sure. All right, 23.9 thousand for Indoor World first try. Let's keep going. That is a very good score. I did not expect to get that long. Okay, this room, immediately, I don't know if you guys have seen the game Mecha Chameleon. I'll throw like a picture of like what it is up on the screen if you haven't heard of it before, but this feels like a map I'd find in Mecha Chameleon, and I know a lot of them are kind of like art-based, so you can try to like disguise yourselves in the paintings and stuff, but that's immediately what it makes me think of because of just like the wide open room and the abundance of paintings. Okay. I haven't seen any language yet, so I'm not super sure where we are or like what kind of art this is. Like there's a couple, like there's statues, there's like paintings. Outside over here. Okay, what does this say? Beauty contest, vote online. Selezione dei finalisti. Okay. Diretto da Paco Cao. Vota, vota. Okay, interesting. Museum beauty contest. Why does that say that all over? Like, is it the most beautiful piece of art? Is that what you're voting for? I'm a little bit confused on like what language is the primary one here. Actually, you know what? Let's take a second to appreciate some of the art we're walking by. This is like some sort of dinosaur spine model, right? That's pretty cool. Okay. I don't know what this is. I think these just look like window panels to me, but if this is an art installation, I'm sorry. I did not recognize it. Can we get outside? Sunlight. Okay. It says Ushita. Ooh. Ushita, an exit. That's some sort of European language. Crash. Something crash, but okay, gift shop. Could we get in the gift shop? This should say like blank gift shop this way. Ooh, this is like oil painting question mark? Now we see some sort of valley, you know, family walking, someone with like a red parasol. Can we get to the gift shop? Ushita. I've heard of that before. Like, why does it make me think like Hungary? That's what I'm leaning towards. There's just so many different kinds of art. There's like statues, there's paintings, there's pictures. I should look under. What are the links? Di Vecchia. Bellingione. Feels like Italian, right? Is the first one. Riproduzione. L'originale è... English? Yeah, so Italy? Ever? But I'm confused why most of the languages like on the wall where it says like museum beauty contest isn't English. Bar Trojan Cafe, okay. Ooh, courtyard. This looks like a courtyard that would be in like Game of Thrones, you know, in King's Landing. I'm full of references today. I'm noticing that. There's some videos where I'm like spamming references to random things that like I think of when I see things, and there's somewhere like I don't do it at all. So it's interesting that today there's like 20 of them. That is entirely in English. Ooh. La Galleria Nazionale. Okay, so Italian. But, ooh, I like the little, like, Instagram shaded footprints here. Where is La Galleria Nazionale? Okay, so Italian flag. Guys, we're gonna get the right country. Let's go. I'm plonking in Milan for now, but, I mean, we could be in a different city. Gonna see if I can see it on the sign would probably be the most helpful, because I don't recognize this Galleria museum name. If it's very knowable and I just don't know, I'm sorry, Italians. But yeah, there's a lot of things in English, so harder than I thought to get the right place. Let's just go Milan. Don't want to spend too long in it. It was Rome. I mean, that makes sense. 3.8. We got the right country still. That's fine. We're in like someone's like basement, an unfinished apartment building, question mark, because of the staircase. Interesting. Okay. Unfinished building. Should I look at the outlets? Language first. If we cannot find language, then outlets. Because I just know, like, for outlets, I pretty much just know if it's, like, US or not. Or, like, one that could be found in the US. But, you know, I think the US one can be found in other countries. But I'm not really good at knowing, like, oh, this type is in every country. Faire une German question mark? So I'm going to put it in Berlin for now. Or some sort of Germanic-based language. That's probably an area code or something that could help people. I'm not one of those people, but that's okay. We're going down the room. It feels like I'm in, like, you know, back rooms or something, or, like, some sort of, like, horror game or movie. Also, I don't know if you guys have played the Stanley Parable ever, but, like, low-key reminds me a little bit of that, where you just, like, go and do different paths of stuff. There's nothing, like, super set. I think that's just like a plan for the building. Alright, I don't know if we're going to be able to get the exact location from this one, so let's just plonk it in Berlin. Okay, we were in Berlin, so 4.983. Also, going to Berlin later this year for World Cup, so woohoo! I think this is an airport. Okay. English. I'm pretty sure we are in an airport. Free cash withdrawals. Festival. And UK calls. Okay, UK. Okay. Which UK airport are we in? Heathrow? Ooh. That says Excel London. So I think there's more than one London airport, but I could be wrong. I feel like Heathrow is the bigger one, yeah, so we'll plonk it here for now. If I could get, like, one confirmation it's Heathrow, I'll just plonk it in Heathrow, because I don't think I'm going to 5K from within the airport, because I don't know if there's really, like, a good, quick way to do that. Like, I'm sure it's technically possible or whatever. .uk, perfect, we already knew that. Or, I guess I thought that, maybe I didn't know it. Lawara. I think that's a brand, right? Booth? I get that feeling that it's not Heathrow, because I feel like there'd be more signage to be like, you're in Heathrow Airport. So probably some sort of smaller one, but I did see, like, London on a trash bin, so I think I'll just keep it in Heathrow, because, yeah, I don't see anything else that particularly tells me, so let's go here. Okay, it was a different airport. I think it was London City Airport, maybe? Or we were near Excel London, which is near the airport. Unsure. But speaking of planes and a submarine, question mark, or submarine-looking thing, water buoy. Buoy. I've always felt the weird buoy was, like, spelled weird. Like, you know, it's like buoy, but it's like buoy. English. Okay, everything is in English. Going down the road. And by road, I mean the path, because it's indoors. Canada. Okay. Something in Canada. Haviland. I don't know where Haviland is, but I think that might just be this building. I don't know if we're at Ontario. The government of Ontario. So, likely we're in Toronto, right? I mean, we could be somewhere else, but I think just, like, statistically, probably more likely for these, like, kinds of locations in a bigger city. I'm pretty sure that's the biggest city in Ontario, but I could be wrong. Legends. Ooh, I want to go to this gift shop. Okay, hold on. I'm in the gift shop. Which of these shirts am I buying the most? Or, like, do I want the most? Okay, ooh, let's look at these ones over here. The ones hanging over there. Ooh, kind of just like the one with, like, the maple leaf in the center. I don't know if I like the green with the red maple leaf. Ontario. I mean, it seems like some sort of flight museum, right? From all the merch and stuff and the Pictures of planes and also the planes we saw at the start. It says Ontario something air. Is there ever just like Ontario plane museum or something that'll show up, or aviation question mark? It's probably really well known if you're from there, but I'm just gonna plonk it in Toronto. Okay, we weren't even in Toronto to be honest, so good that I didn't like scan for too long. I don't know. Short for something French probably. Okay, some sort of art exhibit or something again. Let's look at the language on the plaques. That's probably going to tell me the win prize. Language on the plaques. The first one should probably tell me the primary language of the country, because museum plaques might have more than one. Okay, maybe seems like English from that, but would like to confirm with the second one. This is pretty. I like all the different flowers and stuff. Okay. I think like paintings with like flowers and like nature and stuff are the ones that appeal to me more versus like the ones of like people. You know. Going down the hallway, looking for some info. If it ends in NZ, is it ever New Zealand? I mean, I don't recognize the museum, but I feel like it could be New Zealand. Can't tell the drive and direction because we're indoors, so yep. We're gonna go down the road. We're gonna go down this exhibit and click around and see if we can find anything else. Not really, it feels like we're circling. Ooh. Okay. Ooh, I don't know what this is. This color reminds me of like the Friends store, like, you know, Friends, the TV show. I'll put a picture. I think this one's a little bit lighter than that one though, but that's immediately what I thought of. Presenting partner ANZ. ANZ could just be a brand, but welcome to the cafe. New South Wales! Ooh, 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 ooh. I'm just gonna plonk it in Sydney. Is there a name of the museum here? Cause now I think we're in Sydney. Art Gallery of New South Wales. I mean, we could just not be in Sydney, but I mean, like, come on. Odds are in my favor, I think. Just like the Hunger Games. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay. Loki, can I 5K this? I don't think I can 5K this if I guess the wrong gallery, so I'm gonna try to find the right gallery, but I don't know. 37, 24, 9 are around. Like, are the numbers gonna show up this? No, I think we gotta find, like, what the name of the gallery or court is. Like, I wonder if I can. Let's see if the artist's name is on this plaque or any plaque. The win prize. This is such a big museum. Let's just go like here. Okay. I am so happy with a 5K. We were pretty far for a 5K. This might be like the furthest 5K I've ever gotten. We're 90 meters away, but a 5K is a 5K. We found the right museum eventually. What was the overall score? Okay, 22,000.5, not bad. That's gonna be it for today. Thank you so much for watching this video of me playing on an indoor world in Geoguessr. If you enjoyed this video, let me know down below. Also have the map linked in the description if you want to try it out yourself. Thank you so much again for watching the video. Don't forget to subscribe to French Vanilla, and have a great day.